Hey, let me tell you something real. When you hit play and your old machine stutters or freezes right at the worst moments, it's more than frustration, it's lost momentum. That's exactly where the Azure 3 comes in. You're the kind of person who notices the difference between playable and fully in the zone. You've felt that tiny hesitation and thought, I shouldn't be waiting here. And once you feel that level of performance, going back to compromise feels off. Before anything else, take a moment to check current price and stock. Systems like this don't stay steady forever, and when you know it's right, locking it in matters. There's always that tipping point. Maybe your CPU got noisy juggling background apps. Maybe big open worlds felt like a chore to load. Maybe your FPS dipped precisely when you needed smooth motion most. That's the moment you realize you've outgrown the good enough phase. Putting this machine to work day after day brings an almost instant sense of calm. No more closing tabs just to play a game. No more dimming settings just to hit decent frame rates. Everything feels intentional. Your workflow feels supported, not tested. Gaming on this setup feels alive. Ultra settings feel natural, not aspirational. Boss fights feel fluid. Loading screens feel shorter, and the world feels vast and uninterrupted. Even multitasking, streaming, recording, chatting, happens without pausing your momentum. You stop worrying about whether your PC can handle it and just do it. And if you're thinking about waiting for some random price dip or stock shuffle, know this: temptation to delay always sounds reasonable until you're back at your old rig, remembering what smooth really feels like. Don't let indecision be the reason you stick with less when you've already crossed that threshold. Some folks wonder if a desktop this capable is overkill. But what surprises most people isn't the power, it's the freedom that comes with it. You're not just hitting specs, you're changing how your entire creative and play routine feels. There's a sense of quiet confidence that comes with no longer negotiating performance. Having this under your desk feels empowering. You don't feel limited, you feel prepared. You don't feel behind, you feel ahead. You don't regret hitting start, you feel proud you did. Seamless performance that keeps you immersed. High-end gaming feels fluid and responsive. Multitasking stays stress-free under load. Fast storage means less waiting, more doing. Power you can rely on day after day. Slightly more power than basic everyday systems. RGB and premium parts add to the cost. Eventually you stop comparing every spec list and choose what already feels right inside. That's usually the right choice. So take a look at the current price and availability now, decide confidently, and don't let this be one of the upgrades you put off and later wish you'd pulled the trigger on.